Hey, what's going on, guys? It's RC, and today's video is going to be on the subject of why racing games get so boring. So, getting on the first part of the subject is, racing games always get boring after about, or at least to me they do, about 2 or 3 weeks after I'm playing, maybe even a month. It really depends on what kind of racing game I'm playing. So, the content you're seeing from right now is Grid 2, and I bought this game last year. I played it for about maybe 3 or 4 weeks. And after that, I put it down for about 3 or 4 months at the time. I didn't come back till after I found some DLC on sale on Steam. And that was, I think, back in maybe December of last year. So I picked it back up, started playing it. And I played it for a little bit, and then I put it down. And then now I'm back to playing it again because I'm bored of Need for Speed Rivals. See, the main thing about racing games is that they don't... When developers go in the game, I think they're just so caught up on, like, okay, let's just keep this guy entertained and just, like, keep throwing these races at him. They never go in this mindset of, alright, how can we make this game be fun 10 years from now, 5 years from now, 3 months from now, a year from now? You get where I'm going with this. My thing is, the only 2 games that really accomplished this well was maybe Juiced 1, and Need for Speed Underground 2. Now, there is multiple Need for Speed titles in the franchise from probably before 2007 that did that really well, but Underground was just obviously the standout of that, and Juice, which is an awesome game from developer. I don't think it's even around anymore. So they went there and making those games, saying, all right, we're gonna have this customization in there, and we're gonna make it fun for the guy, and he wants to come back and play it. So that's the main problem with games nowadays, and it's plagued the most by track racers because once you've played the tracks, you know what's coming. There's nothing really much you can do, especially if there's no customization in the game, no even vinyl decals and paint editors. Luckily, Grid 2 had all that stuff in there. They had the vinyls and the paint editors, and they had really good tracks. They had this track, the mountain tracks like you're seeing right now, and they had the kind of just like the basic track race, like Brands Hatch and all that kind of stuff. So I was happy with Grid 2. I played a lot. You have Dirt 3, which was another good one. Dirt 3 did a really good job with the arena that had that kind of free roam. You could go on and play those kind of cool games. And so Codemasters, to me, always do a really good job of maybe at least having the game be fun for a couple months, even a year. And, they go in there because they're not just making a game every year. They're kind of mixing up a little bit. So that's what my main thing about. But moving on to the future, how can developers stop this kind of plague that's kind of been like that for the longest time? Well, Drive Club and the Crew seem like they're trying to do it the most. Drive Club is coming out in, I think, April or a couple months, or maybe next month or something like that. And they've been really hush-hush after they've kind of got that delay. And they're taking the social approach, which they want you to, get your club going, and you have the phone app, and you have these kind of club races, and it seems like they're not going to really make a Drive Club 2 anytime soon. It's Evolution Studios is owned by Sony. They made the MotorStorm games, and those games are really fun too because the tracks are engaging, and I have a feeling that they can do a good job with Drive Club. And so I don't think they'll probably be updating it monthly with new races, new tracks. Hopefully they'll be doing something like that. And bonuses, if you have PlayStation Plus, you get the game partially for free, and so I'll probably be checking that out. Hopefully I'll like that. But even the Crew is taking it a step farther with the open worldness of almost all of America. So that you're going to be playing that game for well over 6 months and still have stuff to discover, because I think, listening to developer, they said a track from Miami to New York was almost an hour and a half if you're going like over 70 miles per hour on the freeway. Now, playing racing games, you'll be obviously going over 70 miles per hour, but just the thought of that being a thing where I can actually do that is crazy. And that's the nice thing, is we're getting into this age where we can have these games keep being updated and not have to really worry about cashing out another $60 the next year just to get an updated version of that. Because the one thing you hate is when you get a game that is only going to be good for the year, like almost all Need for Speed games have been doing for the past 3 or 4 years, is that you don't touch most one after the next one comes out because there's nothing to remember it by. They've lost their signature of why this game is so great. They want to go in for just cash grabs, and even Codemasters is doing that more now. I think Dirt Showdown had that. It just felt like it was just kind of a quick cash grab. And I'm trying to think of more racing games, but see, they're just kind of getting lost because there's just not that many great anymore. Test Drive, Ferrari Legends, they don't grab anymore. So I think what was going to happen is with the next generation of consoles like the PS4 and Xbox One coming out, or they've already been out, sorry, my bad, you're going to see these influx of racing games probably in the next, later this year, because you have all these new race games coming out, and the ones that stick are going to really make it and try to, I think, just keep being updated and not have to really worry about having a next one come out the following year. So I think I did a video with Black Panther, and we were kind of talking about this a lot, is if Need for Speed does not clean up their act and get with it, they're going to be crushed by these games. Like if they're not releasing a game in November, I don't think, because it just seems like it's not going to be working. They just, like the Ghost Studios UK was shut down, so maybe Gothenburg is doing something. But they have some stiff competition this year. I mean, it's Need for Speed, just everyone knows the name, but they don't love the games. So I don't know what's going to be going on with Need for Speed, but they need to clean up their act. Anyway, I think that's it for this video. So leave me your thoughts down below on what racing games are you looking forward to most this year. Personally, to me, it's The Crew and Drive Club Drive behind it, and I'm kind of looking forward to almost World of Speed because that looks very interesting. It's a free-to-play MMO, and anyway, so that's it for this one, guys, and thanks.